Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tabletop Shenanigans. Today, we're going to be doing a little special treat for y'all. We're going to be doing something that no other channel is doing at all. No other 40k channel is doing this. We're going to talk about the Space Marine Codex. We've got with me, as always, my two lovely co-hosts. We've got the ever lovely Matthew. Say hi, Matthew.
Hey everybody, it's Matthew here.
And we've got Nick. Hi,
Hey,
Nick.
friends. How y'all doing today?
Hey,
And as always, me, Felipe, your host. So, we're gonna be talking. So we're gonna be doing two videos. We're gonna be doing one where we're gonna be just doing some highlights over the Space Marine Codex, talk about what we like, what we don't like, what got better, what got nerfed, so on and so forth. Complain about some things, wish we had other things, so on and so forth. And we'll also be doing another one for Necrons, which should be released pretty quickly after this one. So, boys, let's start out with some overall thoughts. What are you guys feeling? What do you guys like? What do you guys dislike about the new codex?
There's a new codex? No, just
I
kidding.
like it all. I like it all. I think it's
Okay,
all
okay.
good.
You sound like you're giving an
Alright.
answer to like when the teacher asks you what you like about a book and you didn't read it.
So basically,
Yeah,
you gave me a
I
multiple
totally did my
choice
homework.
question. At the very end, it said all the above, so I
Mhm.
clicked that one because that's always the right answer. All the above.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah. I got
yeah,
you. I got you.
that's the
So
answer.
I'm gonna throw this out there. I think that I wouldn't say that it's a nerf to Space Marines in general, but I think it's more that they're bringing them down to like a average level with everybody. Like they're still good. There's still some great combinations. There's still some great units, but it doesn't feel busted. We don't have an Iron Hand situation where like literally you could build just about any list and win without even trying.
Was Iron Hands
Shut
busted?
up.
I didn't know that.
I still think it's pretty busted. There's a
Do you think
lot of
so?
really good stuff in here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of really good stuff, and I think it's pretty broken right now.
Okay.
And again, it's the first codex. Usually, the first codex is always the most powerful, and then everybody tears up to it, and eventually becomes the least powerful. Like we all remember, halfway through 8th edition, almost all the codexes were out, and Space Marines were the worst. You couldn't even play Space
Yeah.
Marines.
Yeah.
Got a new
I remember
codex,
that.
back to number one again. Iron Hands. We all remember Iron Hands before the nerfs. Uh, God mode. So
Oh, absolutely.
I think that they're in a really, really, really good spot right now, Space Marines, as far as power level. So we'll just have to see what happens when more books come out.
Let's start talking about the changes in chapter tactics. So a couple of chapters change. More
Yeah, they
specifically.
got stuff added to them. Like it wasn't
Mhm,
really anything taken away. It was always added to it. It was like Blood Angels. They already had one to advance, but now
mhm,
whenever they make a melee attack on the unit when they charge, they add one to, or they already had the wound rolls and they added to the advance rolls
mhm.
for advancing and charging, which was pretty dope. +1. Um, that was pretty good. I thought someone else got something that was really really good too. That was separate
White
from what they
Scars
had
got
too.
something good,
Well, White
right?
Scars can now advance and shoot at no penalty to any of their advanced weapons, which is it's pretty big.
Yeah.
It used to be just advanced and charge, but now it's advanced. Shoot at no, or it used to be only I think bikes and maybe infantry could shoot at no penalty, but now it's just across the board. Everybody can shoot and advance and no, or advance and shoot at no penalty whatsoever, which
Which is
Only
is
really
yeah, only
pretty
with
strong.
good.
Yeah.
assault weapons. Yeah,
Only with
no
assault
no
weapons,
no penalties
obviously.
incurred for hit rolls when firing weapons,
Mhm,
which is really really good. Plus, they can charge after they advance
mhm.
or after they fall back, which is super strong.
Wow,
Yeah,
I did not even know the fallback one. That's really useful. Yeah,
really
White
Yeah,
useful,
Scars
that's
will still
insane.
be good.
especially with those new Outrider
Yeah.
detachments.
Oh
Woo.
man.
Mhm.
Oh man. I'm
And
so
once we
excited to
see Chorus
see.
Khan riding on a new Primaris size bike, just wait for the
Nah,
supplement.
they should give him a horse.
Nah, it's gonna be on a
Like
bike.
Rough Rider style.
I know.
Man.
There was also I know that the Dark Angels want change to be a little bit more useful because it used to the Chaptic tactic didn't really fit in all that well with them as an army because it was very much like just sit still, but so many other units wanted to just run and shoot. Isn't the new changes also benefiting them a little bit?
I know that it's just weird right now, right? Because we got all these buffs and updates, but didn't they
Mhm.
just announce? Didn't this also change auras to only affect core units? Is that a thing now?
Mhm.
Yeah,
That is
I remember
absolutely
reading
true.
about that. That's pretty rough right now because a lot of.
For-
Go ahead.
I was gonna say only for certain things. Like it has to, like the aura will specifically say core
Yeah,
only.
got it. Like
It's
the
a keyword
salamanders
now. Yeah, it's
one.
a keyword.
Yep, like the salamanders one. They got a new one called Adrax Agitone. He has an ability called Unto the Anvil, which only affects salamander core units, which is
Mhm.
not bad. Primaris are pretty good right now, especially like the Primaris infantry units. We have so many options. We have the assault
Mhm.
marines. We have the shooting marines. We just have so many options.
It's not just your troops.
I
It's
thought it only affects
anything
troops.
that's listed as core. And you want to know
Right,
you want to
right.
know what's listed as core for Space Marines?
Almost
Just
everything.
yeah, just the whole book.
Just the whole
just
book.
just everything. Yeah. No, but
Basically, they
it's
left
all,
out vehicles. Yeah, that's
but
the
it's not
biggest
all
one.
the vehicles. I think dreadnoughts are still core.
Dreadnoughts are core. Dreadnoughts are core.
Bikes, Terminators, like pretty
Mhm.
much everything. Suppressors are still core even.
Mhm.
I mean, a whole bunch of stuff is core, and it's rare.
So let's
Now
move
the
on to let's discuss some changes to actual troop units. So briefly going over what do you guys like about some of the actual data sheet changes?
I feel like everyone's upset about the scout changing to elites, but I think that's actually okay.
By everybody, do you mean Matthew?
no,
Yes.
no, no, no. Actually, I liked it because
Yeah,
my
sure.
biggest problem is
Okay.
I
Okay.
always took scouts as my troop choices because they were so cheap.
Mhm.
And I couldn't justify bringing intercessors. Like I own intercessors, I could never justify bringing them over troops because, yeah, you get +1 AP to your bolters, but in all reality, who cares? Because troops are there to hold objectives. So I would always bring scouts as my troop choice, but now that I can't, that entices me to finally use all my intercessors. So
So
I
it's
might
not
actually get to
really.
play with them. Yeah, it's
All
exciting.
right.
I get to play with some
Okay.
new models I've never played with before.
I
Yeah,
don't
in ninth
think that's
edition.
a. I don't think that's a buff. I think that's just you being you.
You gotta see. You gotta take the positive out of it.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
like the majority of the changes. The only one that really kind of hurts me was aggressors. They basically just took
Oh
a
yeah.
baseball bat and just went to town on them. They
Yeah, they
lost
can't shoot
double
twice.
tap.
Man.
Yeah, they lost double tap, and they
Yeah.
lost a stand still and shoot twice. Which I I know that some skills, like for example the pop smoke and -2 to charge on vehicles, went into stratagems, which I think was a great idea. We're now showered with command points, so some of those skills being moved to stratagems is a great idea. I know. But then they were like, nope, no more aggressors, gone, whatever. I
Well, that's good. I don't
Yeah.
own any. I own zero
I like
aggressors. So
aggressors. They're cool.
They're pretty good. They're pretty
Yeah.
effective too. It's just awful that they did that to them. I guess it's kind of good because they were kind of oppressive on the board anyways. It's just like what's their gun profile like? D I don't even remember off the top of my head.
I
Let me look it up real
mean, it was
quick.
6 shots per aggressor plus a grenade launcher on top.
an extra
So you
D6.
could,
Yeah.
yeah, an extra D6. So
Or
basically, you're getting 9 shots on average, something like that. Uh,
It's
yeah, and then the
crazy.
flamer ones were amazing in specific lists. Like you could really make them work on, like, say, in Salamander's army, especially
Yeah.
Salamanders. White Scars could absolutely make them work, and I think Salamanders can, or White Scars can absolutely still make them work. But it's more of a niche unit, in my opinion.
I'm just really sad that they changed the flavor range and they really didn't change it for most armies. All the armies I have weren't affected by the flavor range change.
no,
So
this is
sad.
across. It's across the board.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but most of my flavors stay the same range because I don't know in the Indominus book at least all the AdMech flavors are still 12 or 8 inches. Or I might
Well,
be wrong.
you might want to check FAQs after the book release
Mhm.
now, because now everything should be, if it's a flamer profile, it should be 12 inches.
Which I
Same
think
thing.
that's appropriate for what
Yeah,
it should have been.
yeah.
I think it's a little busted. One of the
Oh,
one of the
What?
one of the one of the nicest things about flamers were like, if you deep struck, I know I can't get flame to death, but now I can just be like, oh yeah, my a million aggressors that I can now deep strike.
With
And
flamers, yeah.
here they come in Flamers Hot. 12 inches, gotcha.
Yeah, but
At least it gave me a turn to run away.
right. I don't know. It needed to happen though, because I felt like, especially right now with the whole meta change, deep striking is no longer very viable.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think I'm crazy? I
Yeah.
feel like deep strikers, the board's gotten smaller. It's harder for you to find space on the map to really deep strike somewhere effectively. And then on top of that, you have to wait till turn 2. And I feel like it's really rough right now for like smash captains to drop. And imagine trying to jump 30 boys across the map. Ugh. I don't even want to think about that.
Well, going back to Space Marines and such, because nobody else is talking about Space Marines. Another unit that took beating was Centurions.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Centurions, yeah. They
What?
they're
How?
they're the only infantry-esque unit that doesn't have core. So they get no reroll benefits. They didn't get any extra wounds because we all know the obvious thing to where all Space Marines get an extra wound, tactical, devastators, and yada yada. They all got an extra wound, but Centurions didn't get one. And there were some other things that they lost. Oh, they lost bolter discipline. That's another big one. They lost bolter
That's really
discipline.
rough for them.
Mhm.
But they didn't have any bolters. Well, I guess
Hurricane
they have
bolters.
hurricane bolters.
Yeah. That's still like 12 freaking shots, though. That's 12 shots that they don't have anymore unless you're like right up against the enemy.
But they also got some
Mhm.
super buffs. Like super duper buffs. The main
Like
thing
which ones?
being the chief apothecary as a warlord.
Oh yeah, let's
Yeah.
let's talk
So
about that. Let's
yeah.
let's talk about that little boy.
So if you kill one and bring another one down
Yeah.
to 1 wound, I can for free bring one of them back up to full because I
Mhm.
automatically heal for 3. And then for 0 CP, I can just bring one back at
Mhm.
full wounds.
Yeah,
Does it
those.
say 0 CP?
Oh yeah, if he's your
Okay.
warlord, you can use the stratagem for 0 CP.
Nice.
Well, not
Yeah.
your warlord, but if he has the warlord trait for 1 CP, and then you get free use of his abilities. So you definitely
Mhm.
should spend the 1 CP on that. But there's still 4 wound models, toughness 5, moving with no or move and shoot with no penalties, even as troops, which regular devastators don't get. They have lots of guns, and now with the buff to heavy bolters, getting 6 heavy bolter shots per guy at
Mhm.
damage 2, pretty good. And
I
plus,
really,
they
I
don't
really
they don't
like those. Go ahead.
I was gonna say they don't not get rerolls at all because I think chapter masters can still just choose one unit. I don't believe it has to be core, but if it's a chapter master, your HQ, your captain is nominated a chapter master. He can choose with a CP one unit to get rerolls everything, or it might be even
Oh
free.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
it's 1 CP, I believe.
Either
I
way, but on the I don't remember it saying it had to be core. But even if not, Gilliman,
Oh my
Gilliman,
god.
Oh god.
Gilliman. Now his main ability for rerolling everything is still for core.
Okay.
However, he does still have within 12 inches all Imperium units reroll ones to hit, and it does not say core.
I do
So Gilliman
really,
just got good
I
again.
do really, really like that new change of the special units, the chapter master, the chief apothecary, the chief librarian.
It's
I don't
so
see
good.
much use. I don't see much use in like the ancient and the emperor's champion, or what's it called? Oh gosh, the
Champ the
Chap
chapter
chapter
champion or
champion.
something like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yep.
he looks fun, but and I would do him in like a flashy fun game, but I would definitely not see
Right.
him in a competitive game.
I
But in
love the chap
general,
sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I still love the idea of these things. I can see
Yeah,
somebody taking advantage of them, but I think they're fun.
I think the chapter master ones are really good. It lets you reroll everything. It's pretty nice within a 6-inch aura. And it's only 1 CP, 1 CP to roll everything, which is I think is really strong
Mhm.
because CP, you get 1 CP per turn now, right? It doesn't really you don't really have to worry about using all your CP. I just think the chapter master thing is crazy. I love that they did that.
The only
I
thing though
do
is that now is that you have to pay. You also have to accommodate your list because you also have to pay not only the. Do you pay CP? You don't pay CP, do you, for it?
I was
yeah.
wrong. It's a free ability. The chapter
Okay.
master's ability is free. It's just at the
Okay.
beginning of your command phase, you select one friendly chapter core or character unit within 6
Okay.
inches, and they can reroll hit rolls.
I still think it's really good though. For one CP, it's one CP, is it not?
No, it's free.
It's free,
0.
huh?
You have to pay points. No, you don't have to pay CP anymore. That's right, to make them
Yeah, that's what I thought.
chapter masters. You just pay an extra 40 points up
Mhm.
front, and then each round you get to pick one unit to reroll everything.
That's pretty good. I
Yeah,
like the
pretty
whole.
good.
I like the whole book. I do like to see. I like the precedent it's setting up for the books that come after it. I've noticed that in the book there's a lot of rewording, which is really weird. A lot of like small erratas here and there. I'm pretty excited to see how Space Marines do on the tabletop again. I mean, obviously they're still top tier right now, right? I think Iron Hands is still a little crazy. I think White Scars, we're gonna see a whole resurgence of White Scars now, because doesn't the Outrider have like 2 assault guns? Is that what it is? I don't remember off the top of my head.
The
It
Outrider,
just
the
has,
new Primaris bike.
Yeah,
just
I
has
think
a weird.
I think they're good units. I don't think. Well, I mean, the way that you want to build your list nowadays is that you want to make sure that you have specific units that are good for like specifically getting secondaries. You want one that is fast so that you can move around the board and claim the get 3 corners. You want something that's durable that'll just sit on an objective. By the way, those heavy intercessors, I'm loving the idea of those units. Those units are going to be fun.
yeah.
They're going to be annoying for people, but I think they're going to be great.
I'm so excited for those. I don't know
Mhm.
why they just look so cool. 'Cause
I'm
those
excited for
heavy
land
bolt
speeders.
guns.
Those new land speeders.
Yeah, the Land Speeder
Those look.
Storms, right?
Yeah,
Is it
those
the
look.
Storms? Yeah,
Yeah, they
it's
look
gonna be so
beautiful.
dope.
No, not land speeder storm. I thought
Is it
land
not?
speeder storm was the old one.
Is it? Listen, I've read the book.
There's 3 profiles to them now. And also there's the Gladiator tank, which I really like. I didn't think that
Yes,
that thing was gonna be T8, but apparently it is, which
right.
is
I
just
love it.
it's kinda
Yeah,
mind-boggling with on me.
and they're so cheap.
Mhm.
Like they're 200 points for the cheapest one. The one that has the tank destroyer on top, um, is just 200 points, and I think the next variant is like 230, and the next one's 250. And the 250 is 2 las talons, so that's 4 las gun shots from the top of it.
The thing though
And
is that
the other one
the
has
even the
the
heaviest
twin
one.
Punisher,
Mhm.
or the twin what is it, the Gatling gun or whatever they call it, the one that's underneath the Devastator.
Um,
What is it called?
Executioner.
Oh yeah, it has a twin heavy onslaught Gatling cannon
Yeah, Onslaught.
on the Reaper, and then the Valiant has the twin las talon and a multi melt on the front, which is pretty dope.
I just
And I
can't believe
mean
intercessors are 3 wounds a pop now. It's just insane.
wait. Intercessors?
Yes, or at least the heavy
No.
intercessor squads, they're
Heavy
3 wounds
intercessors. Yeah,
apiece.
heavy
Yeah,
intercessors, yeah.
I think
They're
they're
thick
gonna replace.
boys.
Yeah, I think they're gonna replace all the the Primaris intercessors that we have right now. At least for Iron Hands. I'm definitely thinking about picking up a box or 2 just to replace them with my Primaris intercessors I have right now. That's
And if
crazy.
all else fails, just throw a bunch of eradicators at it, because good lord, those things are
Exactly.
ridiculous. Those
For
things
Eradicator,
are
sure.
and
ridiculous.
they still got to shoot. They're still going to get to shoot twice with the
Mhm.
Eradicator, which is
They just
pretty
can't
silly.
advance and double tap. That's the only thing. That's the only real big change.
Yeah, but you don't really need to. Just put them inside of a vehicle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
I,
Nick, any final thoughts about the Codex?
yeah. I can't remember what chapter, but one of the chapters, your warlord can come back from death on a 4-up roll you get to make at the end of each turn. That's dumb. Other than that, no, I don't have it.
What? Okay.
I think it's Crimson Fizz. But yeah, if their warlord dies, they can roll a d6 and on a 4-up, it comes back to life. It's like, wow, that's crazy. Called Refusal to Die. That's pretty funny. Other than that, no, I don't have any other final words.
What about yourself, Matt?
I'm just excited. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I like assault intercessors a lot. I like
Mhm.
outriders. I'm super excited for new land speeder storms, or the storm land speeder, not land speeder
Mhm.
storm, because land speeder storm is the transport for scouts. Storm land speeders
So I
are.
was close. I
You're
knew
close.
there
You
was
got it
storm
backwards.
in there.
I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for more floating Rhino chassis. This is my favorites. Rhino chassis are the way to go. And I know everybody else doesn't quite agree with me in the room, but I am super excited for the new fortification.
What?
Uh,
Why?
I love it so much. The Hammerfall bunker. I
It's
love it.
gonna be a great terrain piece. It's
And
gonna be
I'm
great to just sit in the back and then just be there. If you want to run it in your list, by all means. And
I plan on it.
it looks really cool. I kind of want to run 3 of those. I would run 3 of those.
Jesus,
Just 3. I wonder what hold on, what's their point cost? I don't even know what their point cost. Here
they're
it is,
not
right here.
cheap.
They're 9
They're
power
not
level.
cheap.
What
That helps.
how much do you think they
They're
are? How
not
much do you
cheap.
think they are?
They have to be at least
Hold
100
on.
points because they're 9
Okay.
power level.
Okay, what do you think it is, Felipe? Don't
I'm
look
gonna
it up.
go. I'm not. I'm not. I have it. I have it on the background, but I closed out. I'm gonna say 180 points. I
You're
genuinely don't know
close.
because
You're close.
I'm not running one.
They're 175 points.
Jesus, that's
Way more than
expensive.
what I would pay for it.
But
And it doesn't
remember,
even deep strike.
hold on, remember though,
Okay.
it just with its secondary guns, it just shoots everything in range every turn. If you are in range of it and it has its heavy bolters up there, it just gets to shoot you. Every unit that's in range. And then it
Awesome.
also has its missile on top that is I think it does require line of sight, but it's still pretty
Mhm.
powerful.
Mm.
Still pretty powerful. It's like strength 10, -2, damage D6, or 12d6 at strength 6 for damage 1.
12d6? You
I'm
mean
sorry,
2d6?
2d6, 12d6. I'm changing. I'm writing in
Jesus.
the 1 right here.
Oh, okay.
2d6 at
I'm
strength 6 for with blast, which is pretty dope.
I'm
Yeah, but
mostly
no AP
excited
though.
about I'm mostly excited about seeing like different lists. That's what I like about the variety of the chapters and everything and the different chapter tactics. That there's variety and you can do it different ways. If you want to go fast, then you go white scars. If you want to be resilient, then you go salamanders.
Get
If
some
you want
good
to have a
fire.
bunch of vehicles, then you just make some then you just make iron hands. I think that's fun. Space Marines
I
aren't just
agree.
one specific chapter.
And
I mean, that's why they're the most popular.
if you want to win, you just go Ultramarines.
Okay, with that last comment, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. Thank you everybody for joining us. Be sure to check us out on Patreon. We're the Tabletop Shenanigans. We've got more battle raps coming for everybody. Throw us a like. Be sure to leave in the comments how many things we got wrong. Be sure to tell Matthew how many things he got wrong with his custodies,
Be
and tell
nice,
me how many
please.
things.
Be
Make
nice.
sure if
Nice to
Felipe's in the
me,
make sure if
please.
Felipe's in the video, you dislike the video.
Oh my god!
We're gonna find
like-
you. We don't know who you are, but we're gonna find you.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Be sure to check us out, throw us a like, whatever, comment, all those things. Bye.